tracking my food for optimum success on a GLP-1 journey. Hi, I'm Dina, and welcome to my channel, Living Mosaic. For those of you who have never been here before, I welcome you, and thanks for following me on this journey, and I hope that you find value in what I'm sharing. So today I'm going to kind of go over what I track and how I track it. And I'm just going to put the snippet up here. I'm going to review the pieces of that. This is not the full log, but it's just a sample, just to save time. Because if I went through everything and showed you, day by day by day, it would just be too much. So what I do is I go week by week. First of all, I do this is a sample of week 15. That means I would start at week 15. So that's the beginning. And it always starts on the injection day. And my injection day currently is on Fridays. And this is a snippet of last Friday because it's completed. And that was a completed week. So I figured I would just give you a snippet of that. So last Friday, which was the 24th, and I also put down at the beginning of the week, and for my week, like I said, begins on Friday, which is the injection day. So whatever day of the week that is, that will be my first day that I'm tracking. I always put the injection as far as dose, and I'm on compounded Tirzepatide with B12 and NAD. And I also put the units that I fill my syringe up with. So 4.25 milligrams, 25 units. I also put where I inject, which last Friday was my left thigh. So injection day, I complete at the end of the day my log for each day. And I do this for every single day, starting with the injection day. And I like to log my water. So and I have that as H2O. I have 110 ounces. I'm always shooting for 90 plus. My sleep and steps I do at the end of the day or in the morning of the next day, because that way I'll have the full amount of steps and I'll know how much sleep that I got for that night. So my steps were for that day 6,224, and my sleep was 6 hours and 30 minutes. I also track my protein, my fat, my carbs, and then my fiber and my calories. And I feel that by tracking these things, it really helps me stay the course on my journey. Because prior to taking a GLP-1, I would eat anything. I didn't really give any consideration to how many calories. Really, sometimes maybe I considered the fat or carbs, but it wasn't something that I regularly did. So it was a kind of a free-for-all, I guess, would be a good term. I might take a bite of this and a bite of that, and now I'm more mindful. I don't just take bites of this or bites of that, because I'm on this, I have this trajectory that I'm trying to keep as far as maintaining certain numbers. So that for me really means that I'm going to stay on a good path for success, because I know the difference between not tracking and doing whatever, and the consequences be whatever, including high A1C, obesity, no to low energy, headaches, fatigue, just you name it. I mean, just things were just kind of going downhill with total health. And I can see that now that I've been tracking. And I see that my health is better. I see that my energy level is better. And then my levels per week, so this is a weekly thing that I do, is I track my appetite. And it's kind of like reviewing the week. For that last week, it was very low to medium appetite. And I don't mind this. So I'm not afraid of having an appetite because it kind of gives me a sense of recognizing the hunger cues. Okay. So low to medium. So when I felt hungry, I'm like, okay, I'm going to eat. Okay. The food noise last week was low. I haven't really had any food noise since I've been taking this GLP-1. Not at all. Even on the low dose that I'm taking. So, for me, that's great. I like having the low food noise. I think there was one time this past week, I had this idea to go to Pizza Hut for the breadsticks. I really like the breadsticks there. But then I was telling myself, that was the old me. I don't do that anymore because I know that I'm not eating a lot of bread like that. So I know it will cause me some gastrointestinal issues that I don't need. It'll fill me up super fast. And then it's just all carbs. So there's no way I could put enough protein into that to make it even worth it. So that was a no-go. I changed my mind. I was able to rationalize why it's important not to go to Pizza Hut. And I'm not saying you can't have pizza and you can't have breadsticks or you can't have these things, but for me personally, and I'm not a doctor, I'm not your mental health therapist, but for me personally, that would not be a good situation. I just know it wouldn't. I have bought a couple of low carby type healthier options of frozen pizza, and even just having one or two small slices of that made my stomach upset, and that was, probably a month and a half or so ago, so I just don't do that. And then mood, I like to check out my mood for the week. Did I have mostly good days, or was there any bad mood days where I felt emotional or anything like that? And no, it was good. Everything was good. The GI health was really good. No issues there. No struggles. And then my energy was good last week as well. Now the sleep, I feel that was fair to good. I don't feel like it was as good as it could have been, only because I feel like some of those days were like in the 6 hour to 7 hour sleep. And I was just like, I really want to strive for 8. And I'm trying to hold back yawning right now, so it just came on me all of a sudden. So I apologize for that. So let's see, Thursday night, I was tired, and I told myself, I am going to go to bed early, and I'm not going to worry about getting up. And I slept 11 hours Thursday night. So I'm pretty sure I needed some sleep there because I've been getting up earlier. So, this is just, like I said, a snippet of my tracker, and I track every single day, just like injection day. The water, the sleep, the steps, protein, fat, carbs, fiber, and calories. And then that way I can look back and see, like, if there's something weird that happened, like I didn't get, or like I did a couple weeks ago. I felt like my weight loss, I didn't have any weight loss, so I kind of wanted to go back and check averages to see what was going on. And I feel like that kind of is helpful to me. I was able to like recalculate some things and figure out what I needed to do. Another thing that I've kind of been considering, like, I really enjoy, and I'll show you, I really enjoy the Element little packets, and my favorite flavor is orange. and then the grapefruit. Now this has 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, excuse me, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. And this is kind of like my daily treat because I used to drink either a sweet tea or a lemonade, and I'm talking like large or extra large from a convenience store every day, one or the other. It would either be a sweet tea or a lemonade. And so I was like, when I cut that off, I drink primarily water. And I also some electrolyte drinks, but when I found this one, I like the salty taste of it, so it's really good. So that's my treat. However, I was considering maybe the sodium. That's 1,000 milligrams. And I don't know if that's kind of creating some kind of water retention with me. I'm not really sure. So, I'm gonna watch that and see if any kind of things happen or any changes with that. Um, so pretty much I strive for the 25 grams of fiber and I shoot for 96 grams plus of protein. So 25 plus grams of fiber and then the 96 plus grams of protein. I have on this, I use Carb Manager as my app just because it has like the drink section and everything, and it has all the things. It's not because it's pertaining to low carbs, that I don't care. Although it's nice to kind of see when I'm within my carb range. But I also like to do and make sure that I'm following like within that calorie range as well. So that's something I like to make sure that I track. So that is basically just a snippet of my week and how I track. I personally believe for me, this keeps me on a good, successful pathway for my weight loss journey on a GLP-1. So just wanted to share that with you. I know everybody does things different. Some people don't track. Some people tracked and then they're on maintenance and now they don't track. Some people do reverse dieting. Some people never tracked. They don't want to track. But for me personally, this is really what I feel helps me and keeps me in a successful place for my journey. Now, hopefully that was valuable to you to kind of see what I do and how I keep track of things. Doesn't matter how you do it, notebook, um, use an Excel spreadsheet if you like that and you like that clean, business type look. So either way, just if you want to track, this is a really good way to keep you in the know of yourself, and that way you don't get off kilter with following your journey. So I just kind of wanted to share that with you and to give you information on how to track if you wanted to. And so as standard at the end of my videos, I really like to do the Living Self-Care Rally. Okay, so if you just want to do the little butterfly taps with me today and follow along and say, I matter, I am valued, I am loved, and I am a living mosaic. And then continuing on, I have a Living Word Bible verse that I love to share when I do my videos. And this week's Bible verse is from 1 Timothy 4:15, and it says, practice these things, immerse yourself in them, so that all may see your progress. And hopefully that will encourage you this week as we go about our business and doing our journey. And I just want to say thank you for joining me. Thank you for being part of my journey. Give me your feedback. If you believe in tracking, go ahead and share that with me in the comments below. What kind of tracking do you like to do? Do you feel it's something that works for you with your GLP-1 journey and something that you find valuable? So thank you so much. I appreciate it. And until next time. We'll see you. Bye.